Hey everybody. So I kind of got my computer working, um, and hopefully this stream will work. So hi. I know that I've posted videos, but it's been on my phone and it's been frustrating. Um, Trying to get this right here. So of course I'm in Canada and I'm on the East Coast and it's 3 degrees today. You can hear the ice melting. And I am scared to check the weather for tomorrow because what if it's a nightmare? We always get February is usually storm month. So, you know, I'm just hoping that that's not what's going to happen. Anyway, I want to take a moment to shout out to somebody. Um, I want to take a moment to say hi to Haley and just, yeah, just want to acknowledge her because she started watching. Um, so, got like 10 frogs in my throat right now. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the need for resources on PEI for, for housing. Right now, we are in a dilemma. We actually have people who are homeless, and it's not something that we used to have. We had people that didn't want to be on the system that had vices and not chose those, but went to those instead. And now we actually have a housing crisis. And I don't want to get political here, but we have an epidemic of people who are, you know, have nowhere to live. Um, I mean, I know that I think they're passing a new bill or something that drug houses or houses that are taken, I don't know, that they can be, what's it called? They can be taken over. I forget the word. It's on the tip of my tongue. Um, just like drug cars or what have you. But those kind of places, what kind of places are these places? Anyway, we really need. I love. Tourism is our thing. We're a farming and tourism and trades province. Now, the thing that's happening is the Airbnbs are they're great. I love them, but they are causing a bit of an issue. I think that there should be some sort of parameters that, just like there is with anything, some sort of cap parameters. Maybe, if it's 4 floors, 1 floor is rentals or I'm not sure, but something. Um, and a lot of people are resorting to the seasonal, bed and breakfast B&Bs that are renting out in the down season, but then people have to find somewhere for the high season for the summer. So it's a lot of pressure on people. And when you have children, you want to have space for them and you want to have a healthy environment, and you don't want just some shoebox, and you don't want to be in a frat house, and you don't want to be, you know, in, like, we'll say a house, a drug house, Now, for me, I am just making my home a home, and it's taking a while. It's a lot of work. And I used to complain about my apartment and how I wanted something more extravagant and this and that. And now I'm like slap myself because I'm lucky to have a place. I am so lucky to have an apartment. It's an apartment, basement, semi basement, but it is what it is. 2 bedrooms. Uh, I'm able to have a room for myself and my son when he's here. So, you know, I have to be grateful because I've seen a lot of people, and I've actually asked a few people if I could interview them for this channel, interview kind of what they're going through and their process and what it feels like when people ask, like, why don't you just get a job, or why are you homeless, or, well, I've met people who have business degrees and or have college education and so forth, that if you don't have a home, and let's face it, we don't have proper shelters here. We do not. We have, I think, one just open for women that is not the Anderson House. We have some for men, but these are places that it's not a guaranteed stay. You have to leave at a certain hour, be there at a certain hour. If they're full, they're full. And, you know, one of the stories was someone didn't realize a housing crisis and gave their notice because they were next to a dealer and there was a lot of traffic and they had children. And what ended up happening is they don't have their children anymore. They gave their notice not realizing they couldn't find a place. And so their children are in foster right now and they are in a shelter. And in order to be on assistance, and they didn't need to be on assistance, they could have a job, they have a degree, but you need to have an address, you need to have a place of residence, you need to be able to have those basic things before you can even go to a job interview. Now you might argue with me, but the issue isn't it is the pricing, but the availability. Now, secondly, the cost of renting right now is through the roof. I mean, we might as well compare ourselves with Toronto. We're getting that close, really. It's getting ridiculous. I've seen 1 bedrooms for $1,200. Um, you know, that just sorry. It reminds me of Toronto. I remember renting places for a 2 bedroom for 650 only a few years ago. And I'm really lucky. I'm really lucky with where I am in the pricing and the company. It's good company. Um, but I feel for those that are really struggling right now. I really do, and it's frustrating not to be able to do anything. Anyway, on a lighter topic, um, so yesterday I got new furniture. Well, it's new to me from a neighbor, and my place was just like a cluster. Like it was, a cluster F. I'm not gonna say it anyway. um, and my son's coming today, and things were everywhere, and I was just like, how the hell am I gonna get the energy to do this? Like this. And then I realized, like, okay, I'm actually lucky. I just got all this stuff and for free. So shut up, Shauna. And made the best of it, stayed up, got things organized. It's still not the way I want it, but I guess I realized that I tend to look at the negatives, and I see that a lot of us do. And I know I was just talking about a lot of negatives there with housing, but the positives are apparently going to be building some apartments. It was announced. There's a rumor that they're going to build like buildings attached to the Towers Mall. I call it the Charlottetown Mall, which I couldn't picture, but anyway, yeah, a lot going on right now. Oh my gosh, the worst movie ever. Brothers of the Head. Look it up. I thought I read the back of it and was like, okay, sorry, I have a frog. 10. There. Okay. I read the back and it was like about ska and punk rock and stuff. And I was like, yeah, because honestly, I love ska and I love punk. And I was like, yeah, it's gonna like pump me up. And I got it. It was the most depressing, absolutely depressing movie I have ever seen. So do not watch it because it will make you question things. Um, anyway, if you're on the East Coast, I hope you're enjoying the day today and can you tell I'm Canadian? Can you tell, eh? Like today, sorry. Like, like. I mean, I've gotta, I've gotta, I've gotta. These words. See, I am learning just from making videos. I am learning how I speak. I am originally from Edmonton, and when I first got here, I was made fun of because I pronounced everything perfectly, my T's and my S's and everything, and moved here in grade 3. And when I did, oh my gosh, doesn't it suck being if any of you have been the new kid when you move, well, doesn't it suck? Just suck being the new kid. I remember the first day of school when I came to PEI, this boy said, this boy farted on my jacket. And I was like, I was mortified. I couldn't believe it. I was raised as a young lady, I was raised as like, oh, sorry, chat, 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 chat. Um, no, I was raised as a young lady, and to me, that was like the worst thing ever. I was a kid farted on my jacket. What? Anyway, and then of course, I got a. Oh yeah, on the. I hate school buses. School buses are terrible. School buses are. They are evil. Sorry, I'm just getting notifications. I remember one day driving. I was at my stop, and just before I got off, I got a rain boot in the head. And once again, it's like this prissy little young lady. I had like chunks of ice and everything in my hair, and I was just like, and the school bus driver was just like, well, kid, just go get a shower. You're at your stop. There's your house. And I was just like, don't you want to, can't you make them stop? Like, please, really? Can you make them stop? But anyway, and also the clothing that I wore and the way I wore my hair, like my mom used to braid my hair like a ballerina, 2 braids up in the bun. And I had kind of prissy clothes. And I'd do my hair like my mom. Back then it was like you pull up here and spray it and be like this, and then you spray the sides of your hair, they'd be kind of like this. Anyway, I'd go to school thinking, oh, I'm so mature. I'm dressed like so nice. My hair is like my mom's, and I get to school and it would just backfire on me so badly. So I think the more you try to fit in, the worse it is. Just like be yourself, right? And I think that is something that you have to carry on through life. Just be yourself, because people can sense when you're vulnerable. And when you're vulnerable, if they want to make you miserable, they'll make you miserable. Um, I'm going to go back to school, and it's going to be difficult because I'm older and whatever, but I'm sure that from what I've heard, things are still crappy in school sometimes. There's still that cattiness and gossip, and I don't want any of that. I cannot stand when people's lives are so boring that, or they dislike themselves so much that they have to speak about someone else, talk about someone else. It just, why? Why? Like, get a hobby. Go ice fishing. It's winter. I don't know. I don't care, but just it's so annoying. It's poison. Gossip's poison, really. I mean, I don't know. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. But then again, and on Facebook, okay, on Facebook, what I when people are posting like every minute things about what's going on in their day and what they ate and blah blah blah, and venting, there's like a line, there's a filter in life, and it applies for everywhere, including Facebook, of things you just don't talk about, things that are so personal that if someone reads the post, it actually makes them uncomfortable. Because I get that. I think I mentioned it before. I get uncomfortable whenever I see someone, which I shouldn't. I don't know why I do, but if I see someone, like, I think it's because if someone bears their heart, you know, and then they don't get the response that they want, then they're crushed. So you can't expect, like, expectations for that. You can't expect, people aren't prepared for that. If you're sitting with your bestie and you're having a convo about, you get into it, say, hey, can I talk about something personal? That's different. But if you're just like, psh, alert, like, splatter it, people don't know what to do with that at all. It would be like, just, hey, it's nice to meet you for coffee. I have cancer. Like, that's a bad example, but that person would be taken off guard. But I'm talking about like gossip things, or, you know, just when people are posting like, oh my gosh, and my boyfriend did this, and what a jerk. And do you agree? If you agree, click like, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, what are you doing? What what are you doing? It's like, or like whenever people are ganging up on the opposite sex on Facebook, which I see a lot, it's just, get over yourselves, people. We're both here. So, and if we both weren't here, then we wouldn't be here at all. So, nah. Um, anyway, I don't know what else to say. I have a lot to say, but I don't know really what to start with. But yesterday I was running out of art supplies, And this sweet couple, so yesterday I got some clothing and stuff. There's some great resources in Charlottetown for that sort of thing. Anyway, I went there for lunch, and the paintings, the art was amazing. Um, I'm just going to say his name, George. He is a phenomenal artist. No one knows him. So, anyway, so George is an amazing painter, amazing artist, and inspiring. I mentioned that I was getting low on supplies. Psh, here's canvases, here's watercolor canvas, here's acrylics, and people like that. It reminds me, like, there are still good people around. There's still good people in the world that are willing to do things for others, and that inspires me as an artist and as a writer, because you need inspiration. And you know then I keep saying, you could count it. I don't know, it could be a new thing. You just post how many times. But if anybody's watching this that hasn't subscribed, please click subscribe. I know it's silly, and everyone's always like, click subscribe, come on, click down there, subscribe. But yeah, it would be nice if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, subscribe. It's cool. It's nice. And with that, ladies and gents, next time I'm gonna have a more serious, I want to have a more serious discussion. I deleted the video, but a bit more of an intense discussion on addiction, recovery, things like that. And um, I'd like to get into that a little bit more, because people had a lot of questions for me about recovery, and chat was just booming. No one's chatting today. Not many are watching, but just I'd want to do like questions and answers if people have questions about, I also have loved ones. I have people in my life that are, going through these struggles, and just talking about how you can support them and how you can be there for them without being in their space, letting them know. I know I go from topic to topic to topic, like hoppida, 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 but just letting them know you love them and you're there for them, but that you cannot help them with their vice, but that you love them no matter what, and you will talk to them, that they can at least call you any time of night, that sort of thing. That is important. That's really important for people, just to know that they have support. We love you. You can call us. We're not going to give you we're not going to grind you. We're not going to lay into you, but we will positively support you. That's what people need. And encourage, if these people have hobbies, encourage those hobbies. If they were, get them some art supplies, no, but for reals, like, encourage the person they are to come out and play, sort of thing, to emerge. Yeah. Also, so talking about the inner child, what age did people say you can't swing on the swing anymore? You can't swing on the swings anymore. Can't go play at the park. You can watch your child, but no, you can't do that. Can't do this. It's just tall towers and check signing, you know. It's fun. It's so fun. I mean, they take the swings down in the winter, but it's so fun just to let your inner child out and take over and have fun. Have fun in life. Just like on my last post, I said, say say that, tell everyone that you love them. Don't waste those words, and but don't misuse them either. You know, don't misuse them, but don't waste them either. Anyway, it's a lot. I'm gonna go and get ready. I got my little guy coming over, so but once again, I want to say hi to Miss Haley, and um, I better just close with, hey, thanks y'all for watching, and I appreciate it. Um, Anything that you'd like to chat about or talk about, just jot down. And yeah, if you are watching or you do watch, click subscribe. See you later, alligator.